What am I doing wrong? Honestly, what is this? Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. This video is a Instant Pot meal ideas video, and this is a collab video with Melinda over at the Kitchen Diva, and I hope you all enjoy. Make sure y'all go over and check out Melinda's channel over at the Kitchen Diva and show her some love. I love every recipe that I've saw on her channel so far, so make sure that y'all go check her out and tell her that I sent you. I will put a link to her channel and her video in the description box below. So the first thing we're going to do in the Instant Pot is taco soup. And you will need for this a pound of ground beef, a taco seasoning mix, whichever one you choose, and the black beans that I used this time was the Bush's chili bean black beans, and they were really good. I use a half a can of beef broth, 2 cans of corn, 1 can of diced tomatoes, 1 small can of tomato sauce. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just get the ground beef started in the Instant Pot, and I just have it on the saute function, and I'm going to cook that until it's cooked through, and then I will drain it, put it back in, and get it seasoned. So I like to add my taco seasoning mix to the ground beef before I put anything else in it, because I think that it just sticks to the meat better and helps season it. I'm just going to mix this up a little and then start adding all of my cans. So once I get all of the cans added, I just give it a good stir and put the lid on and set it to the soup function, which puts it on high pressure for 30 minutes. When it's done, we serve ours with corn chips, cheese, and sour cream. I don't eat sour cream, however, but my boys definitely do. This is really good as leftovers too for the next couple of days. Sometimes I use it to make nachos or put over baked potatoes. And here is my plate, and I just had it with some cheese and a good old Sam's Cola with the corn chips too. And this was one of my boys' bowls. So now I'm gonna do a beef pot roast in the Instant Pot, And the first thing I'm gonna do is sear it on both sides after I season it. This is just a chuck tender roast. So I'm just gonna season one side with onion powder, garlic salt, and sea salt. And then I will saute it on that side and season it while it's in the pan, and then saute the other side before I put it in the Instant Pot. So to the bottom of the Instant Pot, I have about 1.5 cups of water, and I'm just gonna add a McCormick's brown gravy mix to it. That will keep the roast moist, and it will also make some really good gravy to cover the roast when we are done. Now I'm just gonna add the roast onto the trivet, and then I'm gonna put a packet of this Lipton's beefy onion soup mix to the top of it. And I'm just gonna get an onion chopped up. It doesn't matter what this looks like because it's gonna cook down to where you don't even see it in there anymore anyway. The first thing I'm gonna do is cook it on the meat stew function, which is 35 minutes on high pressure. And when that's done, I'm gonna let it release, and I will add the potatoes and carrots to it. I did peel my potatoes this time, but I don't always, and you definitely don't have to. That's just preference. And I'm gonna get about 1/2 bag of the carrots washed up, and I'm not even gonna cut them. They're small enough to just put in whole. The meat was not tender at all at this point, but I knew that it would be that way because it was such a thick roast. So now I'm just going to put the potatoes and carrots in and make sure that I season those really well. Sea salt, garlic salt, and onion powder. And then I'm going to put the lid back on and cook it on high pressure for another 45 minutes. Now it is absolutely perfect, very tender. It was just falling apart. The potatoes and carrots were so soft, the gravy was perfect, and now I'm gonna serve it with a side of this Rice-A-Roni's beef flavor rice, and I just follow the package instructions on this, which is to add a couple of tablespoons of butter and add the rice to that so you can crisp it up a little bit and get some color on it. And then you just add the seasoning pack that comes with it and the water that it calls for. And once you bring that to a boil and turn it down to simmer, it just has to cook for about 15 minutes and it's done. And that is it. Once it's done, I fixed my plate. I do put ranch dressing and Louisiana hot sauce over my roast, and I just have some of the beef rice on the side, and of course some pickles because I love pickles. So I know deviled eggs are not necessarily a recipe, but this is an Instant Pot video. So because I was going to make them anyway, I wanted to go ahead and put them in this video. I know a lot of people struggle with how to get the eggs just right for deviled eggs. I am a lot of people. I have struggled with it for a very, very, very long time, especially the peeling process, because they make me really mad. And I usually just throw them or throw them away. So when I saw this idea, I tried it and I loved it. So I just put a cup of water in the bottom, and I do have the trivet in here. And I put all of the carton of eggs on the trivet, and then I'm gonna cook it at 5 minutes high pressure and let it do a natural release for 5 minutes, and then put them in a ice water bath. They're supposed to be perfect. Set this to ceiling. Pressure cook. It's already on 5 minutes and on high. So we're just gonna let that cook, and then I'll be back. So the 5 minutes of the pressure cooking is done, and I'm just letting it do a natural release for 5 minutes now. And the other ingredients I use are sweet pickle relish instead of dill, Duke's mayonnaise, salt, pepper, and then paprika for the top. So now I'm just going to let them do a natural release, and I will put them in some ice water. Okay, it has been 5 minutes, so I am going to release the pressure.
That's the truth.
Also, I forgot to mention that I do use a little sandwich Ziploc bag to put all of the filling for the eggs in, and then I pipe it out of there because it just makes it a lot easier.
No questions to ask.
So now I'm just going to take them all out and get them in, oops, the ice water bath. Okay, now I have them all out, and I'm just going to set a timer for 5 minutes, and then we'll see how well they peel. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes. Pour out that cold water. See how well they peel. I use running water while I peel mine, so I will probably take the sound out of this and speed through it so y'all don't have to hear the water. What am I doing wrong? Honestly, what is this? They would not peel, and this drives me insane. I had to put them in some more cold water. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? And this time we are not gonna throw any of the eggs. Peeling a lot easier now. Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to cut them all in half and put the yolks in here and my eggs in here. I do not measure this part. I just kind of add as I go, depending on what it looks like. Just gonna smash these up a little bit before I add anything. I'm gonna start with about 3 teaspoons of mayonnaise. I like to get it mixed really well with the mayonnaise and add the salt and pepper before I add the pickle relish. Okay, I'm gonna add a couple more teaspoons, and I will put everything that I use in the description box below. So that was 3 more good teaspoons of the mayonnaise. Gonna add some salt and pepper. Needs just another spoon of mayonnaise. And a little more salt. You kind of want to have it exactly like you want it before you add the relish. I'm gonna add 2 big teaspoons of the relish and see what that looks like. One last taste test. It's perfect. Okay. Maybe a little more pepper. So I'm gonna get it put in this little sandwich bag. I'm just going to squeeze some of it down to one of the corners of the bag like this, and then I'm just going to cut off a little piece on top, and then I'm just going to pipe it in pipe in cake icing, which I know nothing about. Now I'm going to put some paprika on top. Just a little is fine. It's really just for presentation. As I say, just a little is fine. I put entirely too much on the first one. Okay, that's it. All right. Here are the finished eggs. I'm just gonna get the top on them colder they are, the better. Alright y'all, that is it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video and got some meal ideas for the Instant Pot out of it. Don't forget to go over and check out Melinda's video from over at the Kitchen Diva. I will have a link to her channel and the video in the description box below. And if y'all liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing to become part of my YouTube family. Thank you all for watching.